meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Supervisor Stancil,
Here.
Supervisor Fitch, here. Supervisor Hobbs.
Here.
Okay, just so everybody knows, there's about,
Here.
there's up to a 5-second delay on the call, so FYI, everybody. Okay, we'll go ahead and review the agenda. Any changes to the agenda or disclosure of conflict of interest?
No.
None for me, no changes for me. Jess?
No.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the
No.
agenda.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right,
Aye.
all right, motion carries. Yes. Okay, now's the time for public comment. If someone wants to make a public comment, go ahead and come to the microphone and state your name and where you're from. And, we'll entertain your comments for 3 minutes. And then once we're done here in the, room, we'll go ahead and turn it over to folks who want to say anything on the phone. Anyone here wish to make a public comment? Okay, anyone on the phone wish to make a public comment, make sure you hit *6 to unmute your phone. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to the resolutions for board consideration. There's only one resolution, and that is to set the hearing date to sell the old conservation building. So if we want it in the paper this week, it needs we can approve that to go in the paper this week. There's time, correct? To put in the paper. So that would be the proper 4 to 20-day notice, and we can approve a resolution to sell the conservation building in our next meeting on the 23rd.
4 days, I thought it had to be not less than 10 and not more than
4 to
20.
20.
4 to 20 now, okay. I don't care.
I mean, if you wanna make it longer, that's fine, I don't care.
No, we could, can we do it, just do it at the next regular meeting?
Which is the 23rd.
Yeah.
So if it goes in the paper tomorrow,
Yeah, we
that
can
would
do
meet the requirement.
it. So let's do the
Are you
23rd.
okay with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Do you guys have a notice ready to go, or is it something that?
I think, I don't know if Mac was working on it or not.
She's out.
She's
until
out.
tomorrow.
So,
But, if you guys, you can sure
we
try.
can just get a, use an existing notice and just
Yeah.
change it. So, if you want, I can, after this meeting, I can look for one and get that to
You
you,
wouldn't mind?
Yeah. cause I know she's out, so I'll look for that.
Under normal circumstances, I would be more helpful, but right now.
Understood. Okay, make a note. So we'll go ahead and approve the resolution to publish in the paper the notice for the paper going out tomorrow, the 17th. In the Madisonian.
Do you have a motion?
Yeah, I'm just gonna rephrase it real quick to the public. And then for us to have a public hearing next week on Tuesday, the 23rd. So do I have a motion to approve that?
Yeah, so moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please vote aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion.
Aye.
Okay, that's approval, right? That's not a nay, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right, motion carries, so we'll get that in the paper, Steve, and we'll have the hearing next week. And then once we have the hearing, we'll have a resolution to approve that sale, and then you can move forward with the auction.
Okay.
Okay,
Did you receive the appraisal that I sent?
yes.
Okay.
So, and that'll be included as part of the presentation for the public hearing, the appraisal, the cost, the estimated cost for the, auction, and then the sale. So that'll be part of the presentation.
Who's doing the presentation for the public hearing?
Probably the board, so it'd probably be me. It'll be quick, it's gonna be posted, I don't know, it's been a while since we sold buildings, I don't remember how we did it when we sold the other 2 buildings a few years ago.
The realtor gave the
The
presentation.
realtor gave the presentation, okay. So basically, it's just gonna be paper, this is what the appraisal is, this is what the cost for the auction is, the estimated, of course, 2.5% of whatever the sale price is, so if it's higher than the appraised value, it'd be higher. And then,
So what do you need from me, what, in addition to?
no, everything you've already provided everything you need, I think. And then we have the public hearing, the public gives their input about the sale of the building. And then we do a resolution for the approval of the sale of the building. And then the process starts to set the date, and we'll have to do public notice of when the auction is happening. So this is just the preliminary step, we actually have to approve it officially.
Very good.
Okay, so thanks for your patience. All right, so moving on to the other discussion items, we have, the first one, and Michelle, if you wanted to add here about the fiscal year 25 annual audit. Fiscal year goes from
here or over there?
Let's go from over here. Goes from July 1 of 2024 to June 30th of 2025.
Yes, Michelle Brant, auditor. We're in a situation right now where we have to open back up fiscal year 24 and 25 to make corrections so that it is correct. And we are working with Solutions, our support site. They've given us 3 options. Before they will proceed, they've asked us to get endorsement of whatever decision we make from the state auditor.
Okay.
The state auditors will not weigh in on it until our Board of Supervisors indicates that they plan on using the state for the annual audit, as we've always done.
So, can you help me understand what the 3 options were that they offered?
No, I mean, I can tell you that we are evaluating those. One would be to open it back up.
Okay.
And if we open it back up, we would be redeeming claims in the month that they were actually cashed.
Okay.
That's A and a B. The B is we redeem everything in June.
Okay.
And then the third thing is don't open it up, conduct a journal entry, and then we carry an error, an accounting error, to the end of the year.
Okay. End of the year being June
26.
30th? Oh, 26. Okay. Okay.
I mean, and it's not an error that we can't live with, but
Right.
it, from an accounting perspective, I find that problematic.
Okay.
And I want the auditor to bless this, obviously, because they're going, I mean, and for some reason, the pushback I got from the state auditor's office, and I haven't even dived into why, but I do need that from you folks pretty quickly. Whether it's just a statement, you know, that you're not going to an outside source to audit or seek a third-party audit company. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Well, it is, it has been for a while. So are fiscal 23 and 24 not done yet? Because we paid the bill back in June and we were told that they were done.
We don't have the findings. I've gotten 2 different answers, one from the actual investigator and one from, I'll just say the grapevine. So, again,
So both fiscal 23 and fiscal 24 are not done, or just 24 is not done?
24 and 25 would not be done yet.
Okay, no, I understand it. The reason why I ask is when I looked on the Secretary of State's website, neither fiscal 23 or 24 reports were posted.
Correct.
So that, to me.
But the difference between being done and completed and a report given are 2
Okay.
different things.
Okay.
We paid for that, according to Laura.
Yeah, I know we did, because I remember the conversation.
So Michelle, bottom line is, you need us to bless the state continuing our audit, so you can.
They will not weigh in on this decision, and Solutions will not make the corrections.
So, okay, so we have the right to get independent audits, and we've done so in the past. It's been a while. Other counties do as well, and that was something I was hoping we can go to bid for, to see if we can get either a better deal or a different kind of audit. So basically, can you please mute your phone, please? Whoever's talking, can you please mute your phone?
And you pay tax on that as a business.
Hello, I can hear
What I
you.
have had other
Michelle,
companies do
Michelle, would you mind
is
muting them?
they have tricked
Oh, sounds like they muted. Thank you.
money.
Oh. No, they have not. We're gonna pause here until Michelle can mute everybody on the phone. Jess?
Jess.
Okay. Okay, Jess, can you hear?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, so we have the right as a county under Iowa code to, seek,
I understand that,
Yeah.
Heather.
but
we
if you
can't
could-
move forward.
If you could let me finish, please. My concern here is that as a state auditor, they can give a statement, and I don't understand why they're holding us hostage to where we have to choose them as our auditor, or they won't give this, and
If they're not holding us hostage, what they're saying is that they're not gonna make a determination if they're not gonna be auditing us. And again, we can make this as difficult as you want.
No,
What I'd like you to do is make a statement to have the state do it. Please.
So here, okay, I'm trying to find out information before I can give any feedback, so this is why I'm asking the questions, so, I don't understand why they can't give a statement, their preference of how it's done, because whoever we choose to do the audit, whether it's the state or if we get an independent auditor, it doesn't matter. They're gonna go by what the state says and they're gonna take that into consideration. So, and I know this because I've spoken to other.
Well, I've spoken to other auditors, and right now, nobody's gonna touch Madison County with a 10-foot pole. And I'm so sorry to be blunt, but that is what we're dealing with right now. And I don't have 2 weeks, 3 weeks to go back and forth on this. We don't have July balance, we don't have August balance. I can't do that until I get the year end done. And what I'm asking you is to please stop taking barriers, put barriers in my way.
I'm not putting barriers, I'm expressing concerns. So
We
the
all
other-
have concerns, we all have concerns.
The other concern I have, Michelle, is that, I do not want Madison County to continue to be politicized. And right now,
What
we are-
is this politicized? How, explain that further to me, I'd love to know.
yes, because we're under investigation by the auditor's office right now, and I don't think the same person that's investigating us should be doing our audit. I would like someone who has no political ties, who's not running for governor, who can do our audit and be non-political.
Whoa,
Because Michelle, you may
seriously.
not, excuse me, you're out of order.
I think the county
You are
attorney
out
would say
of
you
order.
are out of order.
You are out of order. This
I
isn't
think
your
you're out
meeting.
of order.
This isn't your meeting.
You're out of order.
This is not your meeting.
So back
Michelle,
to
if I may
you.
make another comment, the other issue is, you may not know this because you were not here, but Auditor Sand sent his communications director down here back in June, without knowledge of the auditor at the time, to sit in our IT office with all our elections equipment, with an open laptop.
She's an investigator.
I understand that. If you let me finish, this is not your meeting.
She's not communications,
This is
she's
not
an investigator.
Your meeting. And we still don't know what was being done. And we don't know if we're still under investigation.
Well, that would be under the purview of Terry Kaczynski
I-
and Matt Schwartz, who are the auditors.
I understand that, but my point is that if they are currently investigating us for something, and I don't know what, I don't know why she would have to be in a room with our elections equipment when she's neither an auditor, nor a CPA, nor an accountant, but a former reporter with WHO. I don't understand her purpose, and that is what concerns
So
me, is
you
that
want to,
if there is a political side to this, I don't want Madison County wrapped up in that.
I do
I
not
want an
believe,
audit,
I
I
do
want an
not
audit.
believe that there is a political side to the state auditor.
Oh, come on, Michelle.
You realize this is being
Come on,
recorded?
Michelle. I understand it's being recorded. Yes, it's being recorded.
Do you want to have us incur more loss, more?
No, I do not.
Well,
But
then that's what
I
you're
don't
doing.
understand why the state auditor, when we have a right to use any auditor we want, why the state auditor is putting us in this position.
Why is
Why
it
not
your
just give a statement?
concern?
Why not just give a statement of what he wants done?
I have a
We-
question.
We do, just a second, Jess, if I may finish, why not just tell us what he wants to do, then we do it, and then we do an RFP and put out to bid, and his office can bid just like everybody else,
This
then
meeting
we
is
choose-
being transcribed.
and then we choose to have an auditor at a time. You guys are the ones that want multiple bids, I don't understand the problem here. I really don't. What's the issue?
She wants to
You
move
get to
forward.
I wanna
decide.
move to this
I'm
too.
I'm done having a discussion.
Okay.
You guys get to decide what you wanna do, and then I'm gonna have to pick up those pieces too.
Okay, Jess, I'm sorry, if you wanna say something, go ahead.
I was told just a few months ago by the county attorney that the state auditor's office was a few years behind in audit. So if we have a timely need here, I'm trying to figure out why that's the solution.
So, I think, you mean the fiscal 23 and 24 is not done yet? We can't even do fiscal 25 until fiscal 23 and 24 are done yet.
But I was about,
We can do the closing, and we can do the fixing, just the audit.
I understand, but I'm saying we cannot do a fiscal 25 audit until 23 and
It
24
would
are done.
normally happen at this point.
I'm sorry, what?
It would not normally happen
I
at this point, it
understand.
is in the fall, it is a month or two down the road.
I understand that, but my point is that normally the audits are done by now. Now, I
No,
know,
they're not.
no, the ones from last year are normally done by, 23 should have been done a long time ago. 24 should have been done a long time ago.
Well,
So we
couldn't
normally
arbitrate
get our
this.
audits in
But you
January.
understand
I understand.
what they are investigating and why they are not done.
I understand that.
So then
but
what,
My point
Don't
is,
say
we
that
can't
then.
even do fiscal 25 until those two are done.
and I think it's
So-
two different matters. I think it is, it's like, I have no, I mean, just to answer my question and then I'll move on.
Okay.
I'm
So-
in favor of allowing the state to.
Make it a commitment to have them
Yes.
be the ones doing it.
Yes,
I think continuity is very
I do
important.
too, and they've already been involved, and getting somebody outside to start over will be
I think
really
having
good.
Thank you for
fresh set of
having, can she
eyes.
finish her sentences now?
I thought she was done, my apologies.
I'm in favor of having the state continue. They've started it, they're familiar, we need to move on with this. We can't politicize it and get an outside source, drag in a bunch of companies and start over. I'm for moving on.
Thank you, and
I am in favor of an audit. In fact, I'm also in favor of a forensic audit, down the line, which is a separate issue. But I am not in favor of, the state browbeating us into using them. That makes me very uncomfortable.
okay, how about you, Jess? I know you guys can't make a decision, but
But you need to
I
know.
agree,
With who?
I agree with Stancil, I don't like being, I agree with Stancil, I don't like being held hostage by this. And if they're behind anyway, okay, we need it done fast, we need a non-biased opinion. And I also agree with the forensic audit at a later date.
We
Thank
did budget for that, so, do you, Michelle, do you know when the, you won't be able to tell us when
nope,
fiscal
I
year
will
will be
not.
done?
I'll give you a report.
Okay. All right, moving on to further discussion and possible motion regarding the previously tabled resolution to approve plat of Cottonwood Creek subdivision. We have the owners here, and I forwarded Jess and you, Diane, documentation from Michael Bowl regarding this. I know some of the stuff was addressing your concerns, Jess, regarding native prairie. And I don't know if it helped with your decision at all. As the board knows, my main concern was the amount of, the additional driveways. That was kind of holding me up on that, and Jess, yours was the native prairie, you wanted some more information. So I'll stop talking and leave it to the floor and see what, if you guys have any questions, or if you want the owner to come and speak.
Yeah, I'll be more glad whenever you're ready for me.
I tell you what, why don't you come on up and kind of maybe give us the cliff notes of what was sent,
Sure.
and then we can engage in dialogue.
Okay, my name is Ben Kelly and I'm from
And
Madison,
if I
Iowa.
could just interject, I'm Trevor Swan, because I represent Ben Kelly, I'm on the phone here, just if anybody needs me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, I've got a lot of,
That's okay.
I just gotta find the, okay. So, according to Mr. Hobart's report, these were the questions that were asked of me last time. It is difficult to tell, but does not appear to have been used for crops. If this is true, there could be a remnant prairie on this property, especially along the prairie ditch. We hired Heartland Cooperative to come out. They're a prairie specialist, and it is not any remnant prairie. So then there was, this property is part of the North Branch River watershed and a little over a half a mile away from the North River branch. This property will pose challenges due to the drainage way cutting through every lot. The soil survey tells us that it is frequently flooded and gullied, and that it covers a majority of the property. I have an engineer's report that only shows that 6.24 acres of the 30 acres is gullied. I have 2 affidavits from the current tenant and the previous landowner that has never seen that flood in the whole time period since 1950.
51, I think.
51, thank you, Diane. And then, we have an engineer's report that says, yes, that it will show that the habitat will change, the movement of the habitat, but it also changes when you put cows in it. We have an engineer's report that also shows that you will have more erosion from cows and agriculture in that land than you will from building 6 homes up. So those were the questions that were asked, and then to the questions about the driveways, I did get our engineer to make it showing less, but I do want to point out that nowhere in code does it state that we have to have, it says that we have to have an outlet for every driveway, which means can be shared driveways, but it doesn't say anything about we have to have shared driveways. So those, now I've got all kinds of documentation, whatever you guys need. I think you talked about overdigs and septics. I have bids, it runs like 5,000 to 7,000 off the, let's see, Elite Electrical. Yeah, 5,000 to 7,000, the difference between a gravity system and a sand system, which Madison County puts in 40 to 50%. Traditional ones, 50 to 60% sand systems because of our soil type. The overdig cost, there's 2, I don't know if you guys have got those. There's 3 different ways you can do it. Ground injection is 8,000. If you overdig and do clean rock, it's 16,000. Overdig and replace compact with suitable soil is 6,000. And then there's also an area where he says, over time, with the erosion that happened a long time ago, the best soils are typically more towards the bottom of the hill, and you typically don't even have to do overdigs at that spot.
We got both of those sent, by the way.
Okay, good,
We've read them.
very good.
Okay.
So
So,
what questions would you have for me now that I didn't address at the last meeting? I've got everything. I mean, I know there's some time gaps in here, so I'm willing to refresh anything that we need to do.
so what was the changes you made in order to do less driveway outlets?
I just called the engineer and had him drop in 3. The problem with the 3 for me personally is I'll have to put another culvert in, which that doesn't cost me a lot in engineering, but it costs me about another $20,000 to put the culvert in. So I think from a marketability standpoint, 5-way driveways is nicer for us. Obviously more cost effective, but I'm also have shown that I will at least look at other options for driveways.
So you've reduced the 6 driveways to 3.
We can do it to 3, 4, or 5 driveways. I have drawings that my engineer made yesterday for me.
I would like 3,
Can I see the
The
one, can
least
you
you
see the
can.
one with 3?
Yeah,
the least you can with a less amount of.
And I believe Ben has those
Yeah,
drawings there, but yeah, basically you take those 6 lots and there's a driveway entering the middle of, between 1 and 2, between 3 and 4, and then between 5 and 6. So
I
it's
love 1, and then you.
in the middle of,
everything
based on the
inside.
lot line.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I would love 1, and then you
Right.
rate it, but
I get what you're
I
saying.
know that's expensive.
Yeah, and the problem with that, Diane, is if you put a frontage road, it wipes out all the lots on that side. I know I have drawings of this. I have an email.
It's in the email?
No, cause I just got it yesterday, but I know I printed it.
So Jess, just for your benefit, he's gonna bring a picture of the one with the
Oh, here they are.
3 driveways.
Sorry, they're so small.
I know that wasn't a concern,
They're hard.
necessarily concerning.
One of them is 3 and one of them is 4.
It,
So what are we looking at? 1,
So where are they?
it was also a concern
Right there where the arrows
for
are.
mine.
there, and there.
Oh, I see,
They
okay,
should be on 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6.
okay.
But, so you know, we would have to add, and I didn't have him drop that culvert in,
Mhm,
we would have to add a culvert, which is no big deal, because it's already been engineered for the same culvert up here.
mhm.
Well, we'd have to change this drawing to put a culvert in right there.
And this one too?
No,
Okay, just.
because all the buildable side is here,
Ah,
and then there's buildable on both sides of this one.
okay,
But if we're gonna limit it from a marketability standpoint to 3 driveways,
okay,
then we're almost gonna have to put a culvert down here to give them the option.
understood,
So,
Okay.
those are the drawings.
okay,
And then I also have the code and this, if you want it.
okay.
I have whatever you need here. And here's the affidavits with the original signatures.
Oh, we've read that.
Okay,
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, yeah, we got it all.
I read all this.
I just, this is.
I don't
what
agree at all with the septic, cost of septic. If that's true, I want that guy.
Yeah, I was looking
well,
at that too, I was like, that's super cheap.
Super cheap.
Well,
Mine was
Travis
3
Witt told me
times.
the exact same thing,
Wow.
and he put my septic in.
All right, we need to get his
Wow.
name out there.
That's
Business
just
plan,
way
holy
cheap.
cow. Thank you very much for showing that. So, would you mind emailing that to us?
Sure.
The-
I don't have enough service down here, but I will email it to you to disseminate, is that
To
okay?
the board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah, I'll get Ms. Fitch's.
So you have 6 homes, 3 driveways, 1 culvert.
If we go to, I'm sorry, if
If
we
you
go
go
to
with the 3 driveways, you have to have 2.
2 culverts, correct.
All sand filter septics.
No, we don't know that until you perk them.
Yeah.
But a majority of Madison County, by your own, comprehensive plan, shows that 95% of Madison County is unbuildable for traditional septics. You don't know until you start perking areas where they're gonna set their homes. So, I mean, I could go out and perk them, but I have no idea where they're gonna set their homes.
You have to wait until they've decided that.
They've decided it, and then they can perk it. There's a chance that some of them can be traditional. There's a chance that they won't be too.
I have a traditional.
I have a traditional on mine that's the exact same, where we live now, it's the exact same dirt, as what this is. But I don't know if we could get a traditional in there today because things have changed.
What's your thoughts of when they start to build, encouraging these people that when they do their gutters, that they just take the gutters, run them off, and run them off into tile somewhere, so you don't have all that surface groundwater?
I think that's very doable. I mean, that's what most of them do when they do in the side, I mean, you've got a creek to run it right down to.
And I know this falls on your builder, but when you dig a basement, tile around it. Just put pea gravel, 4-inch tile, pea gravel, 4-inch tile, and you never have basement flooding, ever.
Correct.
Run that off into a
They
field
already
tile.
should do that, I would think.
They don't
Most
have
homes
to.
most new homes are built that way. Old homes weren't.
No,
I
they're
don't
not.
know,
They're not.
I don't know if the new, it's not expensive, it's much cheaper than ruining a basement, but are those things you could kind of encourage?
Oh, absolutely. We've got it in our covenants.
Oh, alright, because
Because we're trying to sell these as higher end lots, nicer homes, build tax base, and we have covenants that are, I didn't bring the covenants with me, I apologize. But it is specific, there's a whole bunch of things we state, so you can't put trailer homes in, we don't want it to be an eyesore, because that's my farm on the backside of it. I still own 210 acres that I have no intention of developing the rest of my life.
So you wanna look at something pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want it to be nice.
I read through all your documentation, thank you. Thank you for doing all the extra work
Yes.
to try to accommodate the concerns of the board. I'm fine with 3 driveways, your presentation.
Okay.
Jess, how are you on the driveways of the native prairie documentation?
Did Harlan provide you a report?
Yes.
Jess?
Yes,
I
they
think
did.
it's great, I appreciate them making the effort to address, I know I had the conservation concerns that I forwarded as well as the right, so I appreciate them working forward, making it acceptable.
Okay, what about you, Diane?
I don't know, I'm a longtime conservationist. I hate this, but I don't think I have any legal standing to vote no because of our ordinances.
Well, we can't vote on this right now. We can do a motion to reconsider and put it on the agenda next week. But I didn't want to put anything on there if the board was not interested. So, I'm in favor of doing that,
So you both
to
are.
reconsider. Jess, are you in favor of reconsidering? Assuming they make the changes that they said they're willing to make?
Yes,
Okay,
There you go.
Diane?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you as well?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's 2 votes. I don't like it, but I don't think I can legally vote no. So you can move, we'll put it on the next
So
agenda.
we
and
will
we'll
put on
move
the next
forward.
agenda as a resolution to
Okay.
consider approval for your subdivision.
So for a timeline, I'm getting under a crunch to get my excavation team in there.
Our next meeting is Tuesday.
No, I understand, but I've been delayed multiple times.
Okay.
And I'm not judging anybody by saying that, some of it's my own fault. There's just been multiple delays, it's been a 5-month process to get to here. So what I'm asking is, what are the next steps? Do I, for that next board, do I just need to have new drawings with a culvert and 3 driveways in it? And how many drawings do you want, and what size do you want? And
So,
then, I'm sorry, and I've got 2 other things.
okay,
There's a resolution that has, Mr. Schwartz's name on it. Do I need to change that to,
We produce.
that we produce those. This is stuff that we produce.
okay, so, well, in the past, I've had to produce those. And I had to produce the auditor's report too, that Mr. Schwartz signed, and I've had to change that 2 times already.
Oh,
So,
Oh, okay.
that's coming directly from Mr. Hobart. I'm not complaining about anything, I'm just saying, I wanna be ready that we can move the cats in on Wednesday of next week,
Okay.
if this is approved.
So, I think we can work with Ryan on that.
Okay.
So what it comes before us is, it's presented before us. So the resolution to approve, with the changes made,
Okay,
you know, and then anything behind the scenes, what our zoning administrator requires, you work with him on that.
okay,
Names will have to be changed, absolutely, because we have a new auditor.
correct,
So, the resolution is something that we produce, the auditors, the report, I'm not familiar with that, but we probably just need to change the name on it and make the small changes that we talked about.
So it'll be approved Tuesday, next Tuesday, so
Yep.
the cats can move in Wednesday.
Because
Perfect.
the only significant change would be the driveways, because
and I can,
there was nothing, you're not changing anything regarding the native prairie, that was just information that.
correct,
Well, 89% of this state was native prairie,
Right.
and it's all gone. It all
Right.
was.
So
So
you
that
need-
doesn't hold any bearing.
So you alleviated one of the concerns of Supervisor Hobbs, so that wouldn't require anything from you. So the only change that I see, correct me if I'm wrong, is the driveway issue
and the driveway and the culvert.
and the culvert, yes.
I will get my engineer to change those, I would like to put on the agenda. Do you want me to speak to Mr. Hobart about what changes he
And the
needs?
county engineer, you'll probably speak to him. But, well,
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 no,
we
no,
might
that's-
have to,
you might
Ms.
have
Fitch,
to.
Ms. Fitch, because of the driveways.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah, so you'll have to reach out to Mike and Ryan.
Okay, I will do both.
Yeah.
Do you need anything else from me?
No.
No.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I'll entertain a motion to reconsider the table resolution and
Wait,
You
this is
can't.
the drawing,
We can't.
What, Jess, what?
I just wanna clarify, he's gonna send drawings, but can you also send the covenants? I'd like to see those, just because I'm curious.
She wants to see
The covenants are online in our file folder.
They're online in your file folder?
Yeah, when you go into Cottonwood Creek, I'm pretty sure I saw those there. You know, on the board, but I can also send email the covenants, because you wanted me to email the drawing.
Could you just, when you say.
Yes, I will add
drawing-
the covenants to it.
So, so on the agenda, it has a motion,
You just have to direct us to put it
to direct her?
Yes.
You direct us.
Just tell her to put it on the
On the
agenda.
agenda.
We don't have to make a motion for that?
No, you can't make a motion.
Well, it's on the agenda as a motion. I got the language.
Possible motion.
Yeah, I got the language directly from my Cole.
All right,
So I just wanna make sure that we're on the record doing that.
so
So
move to put it on. the-
I will, so move, put it as to reconsider, and put it on the agenda for next Tuesday. Jess, did you hear, Diane made a motion to, reconsider the table motion and put it on the agenda, table resolution and put it on the agenda for next week. You second that?
I second it,
All right. Any discussion on that?
yes, I do.
Okay, all in favor of, the motion, please vote aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion carries. We'll get it on the agenda. We'll get it on the agenda for next week. There's a resolution. So
Thank
if you run it into roadblocks or anything, just give me a call and we'll work it out.
Okay,
Okay, so I guess your next conversation then is with Ryan.
Ryan's gone until Monday.
Oh,
He's on vacation.
Go with, well, I think he could probably work, is, Andrew in?
Nope, he's gone also.
I do know what you need, because I've had to redo them several times.
okay.
So, the only question that I have is, I didn't understand what, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, the only question that I have, I can redo your resolution one for you.
We're gonna do
No,
that.
we'll do
We
the
do that.
resolution.
You don't need to worry about that.
Okay, then the second one is, Mr. Hobart had me redo the name of the Cottonwood Creek document,
Okay.
which I did not understand because when Mr. Schwartz was the auditor, he did it, and then when Mrs. Kaczynski was the auditor, she did it. So now are you gonna ask for Ms. Brant to do it?
Well, can he send you what he has and you can look at it?
I know what he's talking about.
Yes.
It's a log of, basically it just has to say nobody else is using that name.
Correct.
Okay, yes.
It's
then
literally
that's not
Excel
what you do.
spreadsheet.
That's not a redo.
No, that's not something you do, that's something that
I know, but
No,
I
it is
was made to
something
do
he
that by
does,
Mr.
and
Hobart.
his attorney
No.
sends it to us for
Yes.
signature, and then I return it.
Well,
But I don't know that, I will consult with our attorney.
Yeah, because
And
that one,
that's it.
it's no different than the title of
Nope,
the
I
vehicle.
got you, yep,
Okay.
that's it.
Michelle can do this.
Okay, is it okay if I talk to Ms. Brant
Oh, yes.
then? Okay,
Yes.
to move through
Yeah,
this
sure.
process.
Yeah.
She'll help, yeah.
Okay, thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you. Okay, last but not least, the EMS discussion regarding hospital transport, you're up.
Brady Foreman, EMS Director for Madison County. I received a text message, an email, that, one of the public had emailed the supervisors about a long distance transfer that we take. We do take quite a few transfers from the hospital, some of them are long distance transfers. Iowa City, Omaha, we have been to Mayo a couple times, Cedar Rapids. We go to Des Moines. We average yearly for the last 5 years, not including this year, we average 280 transfers from Madison County Hospital. That's all transfers from Madison County Hospital. We've tried to have a couple meetings with them. They use, we kind of feel like some of the times they kind of use us as a taxi service. I've given you guys some numbers for the last 5 years. We're at, as of 9/14 of 25 years to date, we're at 130 transfers from Madison County Hospital. Puts a lot of wear and tear on our equipment. We do a thing, it's called GEMT every year. We're in the process of doing it this year. We've done it for the last 3 years. It's a Medicaid reimbursement from the federal government because we're underpaid on Medicaid transfers or on Medicaid calls. Now this only applies to 911 Medicaid calls. Madison County Ambulance is a 911 service. By state code, we have to provide a paramedic and a driver on first out 911 calls. So no matter what else is going on in the county, if we have if we're in-house, we have a 911 call, to be compliant with the state, we have to be able to send a paramedic on the first 911 call. If we have calls after that, we can send EMTs if we have them. If we have another paramedic, great. Or if we don't have anybody, because we're short staffed, which happens, we've got contingency plans for that. Other counties cover us, we've got 2080 agreements and all that stuff. But to be licensed with the state like we are, we have to send a paramedic, because we're licensed paramedic transport 911 service. We're not just a transport service for the hospital. We're through our billing company, let me back up just a minute. So through this GEMT, we collect a ton of data, because Medicare, Medicaid, as you know, they don't want to pay us any more than what they deem necessary. So we give them all this data. They take out what they call dry runs, which is if we go just do lift assists, refusals, they don't count those, but they do count stuff like depreciation on the building, depreciation on trucks, employment, insurance, stuff like that. They do. So our offset rate this year, this is just for this year, is 60. So they're saying that it costs Madison County ambulance to do a 911 transport, $1,605.61, which you will find on your first page. Now that has gone up. We've only been in this program 3 years. The first year it was a little bit less. So the first year that we did it, it was $1,015.09. The second year we were enrolled in the program, it was $1,096.65. And this year, of course, it's $1,605.61. That's what it costs us to run a 911 call. So
A 911 is an ALS, and you have.
it could be BLS. They factor that in also. That's the average of what everything they're factoring in.
Okay, Yo-Yo in?
Can you please mute your phones? Thank you.
So our average through our billing company over the last 2 years was the numbers they could get me right away. The last 2 years, our average reimbursement for hospital transfers, all hospital transfers, our average reimbursement is $896. So our average cost to transport patients from Madison County Hospital, this is projected if we stay the same. Over the last 5 years, we've averaged 280 calls. If we take that number times the $1,605.61, puts our projected cost this year at $449,570.80. Our projected return from those transfers is $250,880. That's a net loss of $198,690.80.
And you need to clarify, Madison County Hospital is not.
Madison County Hospital is a Mercy affiliate.
It's Mercy.
It's a for-profit.
Yes.
It is not.
We have tried to have meetings with them. When we try to do something to better ourselves, they kind of get upset that we're not taking their transfers right away. Some of their transfers, and I understand we can't just cut ties. Don't get me wrong, folks. I don't want to cut ties. I know we have to take transfers. That's not what I'm saying. But some of the stuff they're sending is getting worse. We have 911 calls, and they call us and get upset and get mad that their patient has to be transported right now. We just don't have the staff.
Well, to the nursing home from the hospital is
Right.
abusive.
And I'm getting it from both sides, and I'm kind of getting beat up significantly, and I'm kind of, it's hard. I mean, I get it from both sides.
Well, you shouldn't, but I'm looking at these numbers here. So basically, based on your numbers, correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
we are operating at a loss of $198,690.80.
That's the project.
The taxpayers are paying that.
Yeah. So if you go, I got, on the next page is the 3-year average. If we wanna make it look a little better for them, I mean, the next page is the 3-year average. We're only, on the 3-year average, we're only losing $124,073.
Well, that's still a lot.
Yeah. And below that, I've got, and so in insurance, of course, you know, insurance, Medicare, like Blue Cross Blue Shield, for a BLS call, they pay us $387 for a BLS call, $465 for an ALS call, and $14 a loaded mile. So Medicaid, which is where this offset comes in, pays us, if it's an ALS call, pays us $101 and $2.61.
In ALS, you have to have a paramedic.
Yes,
At a higher.
and that's for a 911 call, or these are for hospital transfers. These numbers are for hospital transfers, this is what they pay. We don't get that reimbursement rate from Medicare of that $1,600 for hospital transfers. And we only get paid if they deem it medically necessary. So if we,
So when you say we only get paid if they deem it, who's,
So-
are you talking about Medicare?
Medicare, Medicaid, the insurance company, if they deem that it's medically necessary. So if we go to the hospital and they have it marked on there, it's called a non-emergent transport form. If they mark on there that they need this and this and this, and we write that in our report, and they go through and go, well, yeah, but because they didn't have this and this, you know, it's really not medically necessary. And you know, insurance companies, they can not pay for whatever, and then we fight with them,
And that costs money.
yes, so, I mean, I know that we don't, you know, make a profit, you know, we're a service to the community, and I get that, and we do like to take care of our patients, but we've had multiple times where we're out of the county because we've taken a transport and we have 911 calls, and, you know, and then that puts us in a real bind.
And then there, like you said earlier, there's the wear and tear on the vehicles. We just bought a new one.
Yeah, well, we're still waiting on that, and we need a new one. We have a 2012 that we just had in the shop again yesterday.
And the hospital does not have their own ambulance, is that correct?
That's correct.
Very,
Do they contract
some
with anybody?
hospitals are.
Well, I know that they have reached out to, city ambulance about contracting. They haven't reached out to us. We had a meeting set up, something happened, so we couldn't meet it. I told them, you know, whenever they were ready, just let me know, we could, and, Diane, I was in her office when one of the hospital board called and browbeat her because we were refused to take transfers during Hinterland because we were trying to upstaff because of the possible 70,000 plus people that were gonna be in edge of the county for that weekend.
Right.
So, you know, I was privy to that.
Maybe it's time for the hospital to get their own ambulance.
Well, and
Most they don't like the hospital-based ambulances, I'm not a fan of, but
for sure, and I mean, and I
For
don't,
transport,
we have to do something. Brady and I have tried twice, I believe, to set up a meeting. We had meetings and then they had an issue, they just couldn't make it, and we understood it.
sure, and I get it, but
This
then they
has
haven't
to be
reached back
resolved.
out to us,
Yeah.
so.
I know you and I talked on the phone about this, regarding a potential solution, kind of like a, for lack of a better term, a subscription service.
Sure.
Where they pay a monthly fee or an annual, however they wanna do it.
Sure,
Just for the availability of it,
yeah,
and with an understanding of, you know,
if we have the staff.
if we have the staff, if there's not, you know, you'll triage the emergencies, that kind
Sure,
of stuff.
sure.
I don't know if that's something you presented to them already.
No, but that was what the
our
meeting was set
and
up
then they
for.
had to cancel it.
And yeah, so we're working on it, it's just, you
Okay.
know,
And we have to get along because it's a great hospital.
Yes.
And it's a
Yeah.
huge
I mean,
asset.
and it
There's
does
no-
benefit our
However,
citizens.
taxpayers cannot continue to subsidize a
We get that.
for-profit
We can work
hospital.
this
We
out.
can't.
So we're in the, I just thought, when citizens start noticing that we're taking transfers and they're getting upset about it, yeah, we
Yes.
probably need
Yes, so,
to get it out.
so
We're
how
trying.
What's your recommendation, how we move this
We
along?
need to have a meeting, I know, we need to have a meeting with the hospital, and show them the numbers and see what they say, cause, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna say, because right now for them, I think everything's great,
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it's working
because,
great for them.
well, yeah, because they don't have to pay for it.
right?
$198,000, that's a lot of money.
Yes,
That would buy an ambulance.
yeah, they buy a remount anyway.
Yeah, remount. because you're fiscally conservative.
Brady, do you wanna set up another meeting?
Yeah, I'll reach back out to him and, try again, and we'll,
Do
move
you want me
forward.
to call him? I can call.
If you,
Marcia.
yeah, if you
Do you
want,
want me
yeah,
to call Marcia
go ahead, yeah, that'd be great.
and set up a
Maybe,
meeting?
maybe she'll be more receptive.
Call Marcia, alright.
And then if you would, give us an update on this,
I will,
because in a few months, we're gonna be starting on our fiscal
yeah.
'27
and
budget. And this is something we're gonna have to take into consideration, because
Yeah.
I don't think we budgeted for this.
Well,
No,
it's kind of in that, it's in the lost portion,
Oh, it is in the loss, okay.
but, we
But
could,
it's
we could
gone
cut
up.
that, we could cut that loss a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, it has, you're correct.
We keep budgeting more and more for it, so, okay.
Brady, why won't the, private services, they must not wanna come down here, do you think?
You know, I don't know, I know they've reached out to one, I don't know, and I don't know the reason, if it was too expensive, I don't know the reason they didn't go with them, I don't know if they're still in communication. Alls I know is one of my crew members was in communications with, one of the owners of City Ambulance, and he told him, cause he was looking to, with another department he works for, they were looking to kind of contract if they were short. He told them that Madison County Hospital has contacted them for
Is it
some
true
contracting.
that if the hospital calls them to transport someone and they have to pay them there, so if they don't package,
They can,
so they can refuse them.
they can.
So that's why the hospital, they probably don't want to partner.
Somebody can,
So can
Because
we
we're
refuse
doing it
them?
for free, so why would?
yeah, we're a 911 service, we can, I've talked with Steve, and I've talked with every county attorney we've had since I started. And every one of them have all said the same thing, we do not have to take transfers from that hospital, we are a 911 service.
So, I don't wanna have that hard conversation.
No,
but-
and I don't wanna stop taking transfers, that's not what I'm getting at, I don't
But we need
think
to
we
let them
should.
know that this is causing an unnecessary hardship,
Yes,
and we need to figure it out, because otherwise we're gonna have to make some tough choices.
yes,
The transfers from the nursing home to the hospital, to me, lies on the nursing home.
it does, you're 100%
To
correct.
send
And-
me over to the hospital for an x-ray and then expect you to take them back, that needs to end. That's an advantageous, it's Ubering, and that we have to stop.
Yeah.
And there's quite a bit of that,
There's quite a bit of that, you're correct.
and then,
Why aren't they using HERDA?
well,
That's,
don't know why.
I've got some good ideas,
Oh gee.
but, I mean, we'll just leave those.
I'm on the
Aren't there
HERDA board.
liability issues with
Could
HERDA?
be.
There's some of that, there's some other reasons that I know some reasons, and we're not gonna air those here right now, but, there's,
The taxpayers also pay for HERDA, so.
well, that's true.
Brady, we'll talk, and then I'm on the HERDA board, so we'll
Okay.
talk, and we can maybe, cause we
Sure.
got another thing smoothed out, worked out
Okay.
with HERDA, so.
Perfect.
So if we can,
Yeah,
get
we'll
an
set,
update,
we'll get a meeting set up, and, we'll,
And I'm calling Marcia to set up.
go ahead, that'd be great.
so did you wanna respond
Thanks,
to
Brady.
that citizen concern, or?
I can, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I can. Yeah, I got that email you sent me, so I'll respond to him.
okay, that'd be great,
No problem.
thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for these numbers, by the
you
way.
bet, no problem.
Okay, if there's any other, items, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second,
Okay,
second.
all right, all in favor of adjourning, vote aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Jess.
Bye.
Bye.